Oh my fucking God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
6 years ago, right here on your screen, reality hit Tesla's hype like a sledgehammer through supposedly unbreakable glass. And today, that shattered window has become a $10 billion embarrassment. I'm talking about the truck that was supposed to be bulletproof but had to be recalled because common soap was used as a lubricant. And I'm not saying this as some Tesla hater. I've owned 2 Model 3s and 3 Model Ys. I drive one right now. But I have to call this out. The Cybertruck represents everything wrong with building products on hype instead of engineering fundamentals. Here's how the most anticipated truck in history became Tesla's biggest failure. Let's rewind to November 2019. Elon Musk takes the stage with this angular stainless steel monstrosity that looks like it drove straight out of Blade Runner. The presentation was pure theater, apocalyptic imagery, bulletproof claims, and promises that this truck would revolutionize everything. Then came the moment that should have been a warning sign for everyone. Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Musk asks his design chief. Franz throws a metal ball at the supposedly unbreakable window, and it cracked.
Oh my fucking God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
The glass spider-webbed instantly. Now we get awkward silence and Musk's nervous laugh. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Then they try the rear window and it cracks again.
It didn't go through, so that's a plus side.
Let's try the rear.
Try that one, really? Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through.
2 broken windows live on stage in front of millions watching. The wild part is that instead of seeing this as a red flag, people saw it as authentic. Look, even Elon makes mistakes. The pre-orders flooded in. Over 1 million reservations with just a $100 deposit, and that number kept growing. The hype machine was unstoppable, even when the product literally broke during its own debut. That window moment was the perfect metaphor for what was coming. Promises were shattering under the slightest real-world pressure, but what they were hiding was an engineering disaster far worse than shattered glass. Here's where the Cybertruck's problems get serious. Forget the broken windows. This was about fundamental engineering failures that make this thing barely qualify as a truck. Let's start with that stainless steel exoskeleton everybody obsessed over. It looks futuristic, but it's a maintenance nightmare. Fingerprints show up constantly. The steel can actually rust despite claims otherwise, and if you damage it, good luck finding a body shop that can work with this material. Traditional truck owners get dents and dings fixed at any local shop for reasonable money. Cybertruck owners, they're looking at specialized facilities and premium pricing for basic repairs. The real disasters show up when this thing tries to do truck things. There's viral video after viral video of Cybertrucks getting stuck in situations where any decent pickup would power through. Sand, get stuck. Snow, we've seen them get stuck. Moderate off-roading, you know the answer. The truck's weight distribution and traction control systems seem optimized for looking cool in parking lots instead of handling real work. The chaos led to 8 voluntary recalls for the 2024 model year alone, many for physical defects. Issues included body panels falling off and a terrifying stuck accelerator pedal. But when investigators looked into the cause of this near-death flaw, the official report revealed a production technique you won't believe. The accelerator pedal problem was caused by workers using soap as lubricant during assembly. Soap, when constructing a $100,000 vehicle. Obviously, not the kind of quality control you expect from a $1 trillion company. Then there's the cold weather performance. Electric vehicles naturally lose range in winter, but the Cybertruck's losses are brutal. Owners report 40 to 50% range drops in freezing temperatures. And when early owners asked Tesla for the promised range fix, the response was somehow even worse. Tesla's solution was a $16,000 range extender that would sit in the truck bed, taking up about a third of the cargo space to boost range back to the originally promised 500 miles. But even this band-aid fix got canceled, leaving consumers who'd planned their purchase around that future capability completely stranded. Imagine being a contractor who bought this truck expecting to eventually get that extended range, only to have Tesla quietly abandon the feature entirely. The payload capacity tells the whole story. This thing can't haul what a base F-150 handles easily. The bed design makes loading awkward. The tonneau cover system is cool, but overcomplicated. It's like Tesla asks, how can we make every basic truck function unnecessarily complex, and then engineered exactly that? Real truck buyers need reliability, serviceability, and capability. The Cybertruck doesn't deliver on any of these fundamentals. And now let's talk about the money, because if you could live with the recalls, the stuck pedals, and the massive price hike, the financial data proves a market-wide rejection. Have you ever noticed how Tesla reports Cybertruck sales? The answer is they don't. And that fact kind of tells you everything about how it's actually performing. The numbers get buried in their other models category alongside the aging Model S and Model X. Industry numbers show Tesla sold just under 40,000 Cybertrucks in 2024. That sounds decent until you compare it to the 250,000 annual capacity they invested billions to build. That's an 84% miss. Compare that to Ford moving over 650,000 F-150s annually, and you start seeing the scale of this market failure. But even that doesn't capture the true depth of the customer rejection, because when you look at the reservation numbers, the conversion rate is frankly unbelievable. Out of over 2 million people who put down deposits for the Cybertruck, only about 50,000 actually bought one when their number came up. That's a conversion rate of 2.5%. Think about that. Out of every 40 people who were excited enough to put money down on this truck, only one actually followed through with the purchase. But the financial pain hits hardest for the early adopters who bought the hype. That $10 billion failure is now being paid for by the people who gambled on it. If you bought this truck, you took a mortgage-sized loss in 12 months. Used Cybertruck's values are cratering. We're seeing 30 to 40% depreciation in the first year. A $100,000 Cybertruck becomes a $60,000 truck almost immediately. And Tesla initially made the depreciation worse with anti-resale clauses that prevented owners from selling their trucks for the first year. Imagine buying a vehicle, realizing it doesn't meet your needs legitimately, and then being legally prevented from cutting your losses. The customer backlash was swift and brutal. Tesla eventually dropped those restrictions, but the damage to buyer confidence was done. Here's where Elon Musk's personal brand became a liability. The guy who once inspired electric vehicle adoption started alienating potential customers with increasingly polarizing behavior. Political statements, Twitter controversies, erratic public appearances. Suddenly, buying a Cybertruck was about more than just the product to some people. They felt like it was associating yourself with Musk's personal brand or with his personal beliefs. That's a tough sell when you're asking people to spend 6 figures on a vehicle that struggles with basic truck tasks. The early adopter community, once Tesla's most loyal evangelists, started sharing horror stories, delivery delays, quality control issues, service nightmares. These were Tesla fans who'd waited years and paid premium prices for what they thought would be the future of trucks. Tesla built a brand on disrupting automotive norms, but disruption only works when the end result is actually better. The irony is perfect. The company that revolutionized electric cars by making them better than gas cars created a truck that is worse than both electric and gas alternatives. Tesla spent billions developing a product that looks like the future, but performs like a prototype. The Cybertruck didn't just fail, it became the $10 billion lesson in what happens when ego and hype replace engineering and utility. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andru, and I will catch you in the next video.